participants. And really, we're all winners here. Just some of us have bananas.
Still a bag up for grabs.
Still a bag? Well, I guess when you wear a balloon on your head of the TARDIS, it's...
I can ask the question and walk. It's something in my wheel set.
Oh yeah, you had a question. Okay. Yeah, I know.
After all that, I don't even need the question.
You legally get one. So
basically, thank you, lovely ladies, for coming. My question is for both of you. I just want to point out my favorite episode is Silence in the Library. I feel like emotionally, it's just the biggest roller coaster of all. I just love it. So, emotionally, which episode or script did you feel the most connected to or brought out the most emotion just seeing it on the page?
For me, maybe the episode The Girl Who Waited. Because I just loved playing the older version of Amy, and it was so sad.
Yeah.
And it was cool, and I had all these old age prosthetics on. Then I was really healthy because I realized I'm not going to age very well. But yeah, no, I love that script and story. Yeah, I just had a really good time playing that version of the character. She was all bitter and angry, and we really got to explore her relationship with Rory in more detail, which was really nice. So yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that episode. I thought it was very clever, and it was sort of like not the normal Doctor Who episode. It was sort of unexpected.
Oh, yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah.
I think for me, it has to be probably the bookends, the Silence in the Library and the Husbands of River Song. Because that is, you know, as I said earlier, it's almost like the beginning and the beginning of the end of this massive sort of incredible journey. Yeah, I mean, I agreed to do the part, and because reading the script made me cry. So you know, if something that you read elicits that sort of emotion, then it's something that I think one has to just then do.
Excellent. Thank you. So no more bananas, but you do get a question over on this side.
Loser. Where are we love you, we love you!
We can also just give you $1. You can buy a banana downstairs.
What about signed dollar?
Somebody gets a bag?
Okay, so my question is, as there are the new Who Doctors, I was wondering how you would rate each of them on a scale of 1 to 10. I know that Matt Smith rated River a 9.
Yeah, and I rated him 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's amazing! I'm going to rank Matt 11.
There you go. I don't think we have time to rank all of the doctors, but you get that ranking right there. All right, cool. Thank you. Next question over here.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Karen. Thank you for being here. Karen, this one's for you specifically, and then I have one for both of you to answer.
Okay.
Karen, I love visiting your home country.
Oh, what to Scotland?
Yes, Edinburgh is my favorite city in the entire planet.
Edinburgh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
What is
It's
your
not where she's from, though.
Yeah.
Not where I'm from. You got offended.
What is your favorite public place in Scotland to visit, and why?
Edinburgh is probably my favourite city. I lived there for a year when I was 16 studying acting, and I just love all the architecture so much. It's all gothic and cool and weird. My favourite place, I mean, it has to be in my hometown, Inverness. Maybe it's just Loch Ness. Can I choose that? Yeah. That's where I grew up, and like Nessie lives there. And
Have you seen her?
tight.
I hear she's on the convention circuit now, actually.
Nessie?
She's getting around doing some science.
You wouldn't be surprised if she's got Twitter now as well.
Yeah. I mean, oddly enough, like there was a Doctor Who episode with the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, I remember reading about that, but I never saw it.
Yeah. Were you ever bummed out that they didn't bring it back for
I would
for
have
your
loved
run?
that. That would have been great.
Yeah.
I am bummed by that.
Damn it.
Damn it. But there is a film film called Loch Ness starring Ted Danson. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it for some of the worst CGI you'll ever see. But great acting, so you know.
There's also a isn't there a TV drama now called The Loch? And it's set and it's set all around Loch Ness.
Oh, I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
it's sort of like, you know,
in the UK?
crime thriller. Yeah, in Venice. Yes.
Whoa!
Is Nessie the killer? Like, is that the murderer of the whole thing?
That'd be a good twist.
Yeah.
That would be great. I want to watch that. Nessie's taking people down. All the American tourists.
Oh.
So the other part of my question is, I love both Amy and Rory separately, but starting off, I didn't love them together necessarily. Do you think that they were, especially when starting off, that they were a good couple or a healthy relationship?
Who, Amy and Rory?
Yeah.
I did not think they had a healthy relationship at all. No, I mean, she was calling him her kind of boyfriend. It's not great, is that? You don't want to hear that. But, and he sort of seemed a little bit submissive and maybe following her around like a little lost puppy or something. So he needed to be empowered a little bit as a man. And Amy needed to treat him a little bit better and realize that she, you know, wanted to spend the rest of her life with him. But I think, you know, she was really damaged by the doctor leaving her when she was a kid, so she formed like an obsession with him, which then kind of, you know, made it difficult for her to have a normal relationship with a guy. But then when she finally sort of got over that, I think they were able to build a relationship that was based on balance and maybe a better power dynamic.
What was the moment where that happened,
Yeah.
do you think, where she suddenly realised that he meant more to her? Do you think it was it when he was the centurion?
I think it's, yeah, when he, that massive gesture of just waiting for her for
Yeah.
that long, it's like, yeah, that's the person you're supposed to be with.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Next question.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey. The question is, the Doctor Who in the future episodes of future seasons is right now is the good man, but he can or he cannot change the good man through bad man.
So just clarify, so you're wondering if the doctor can kind of change into become a bad person or a bad man?
Yes.
I mean, that's something that Matt's talked about a little bit before, like wanting to explore that darker side.
Well, I think sort of like the darker side has been explored in Peter Capaldi's Doctor a little bit. I mean, he went to some sort of pretty sort of dark places and sort of emotionally, mentally, and I think it's sort of something that an actor of Peter's sort of age probably could do rather than a younger doctor, say like Matt. But I don't think the Doctor can ever be really portrayed as somebody inherently bad, because I mean the whole point of the Doctor is that he has this incredible love for this planet, and he can't even really explain or fathom it himself, but he has dedicated his many lives to saving humankind. Whether we ever know or acknowledge or say thank you or whatever, you know, it's his mission to try and protect Mother Earth and all of the people that live on it. So it is always about love, and I think that's why the episodes are so moving and why people keep coming back to them, because it's always about love. And if you're bad, if the Doctor suddenly turns into somebody bad, then I don't think I mean it's sort of that's it. That's the end of him, really. I think.
Would you agree with that, Karen? Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine the Doctor being bad. I mean, yeah, he helps people and he's just good to the core. I think he has some sort of like dark memories. I think because he has a lot of blood on his hands in terms of just like there's been a lot of death around him. But like I don't think that he would ever actively hurt anyone. That's literally the opposite of what a doctor does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, and which is the Master or Missy, like, you know, these characters that reflect what happens when you give into those darker tendencies.
Yeah.
So, thank you, good question. One over here.
Hello, my name is Esty, and my question is mostly for Karen, but we'll bring it back to Doctor Who. Okay, sorry.
You're fine.
So, Amy is, of course, my favorite companion, so when I happened upon this show, Selfie, I was very interested to watch it, and I watched it the old-fashioned way, one episode at a time on Hulu.
Oh, yeah.
And I was very
Old-fashioned
disappointed.
way? Is that old-fashioned?
Back in the old days of Hulu.
How are people watching things now?
We binge watch everything.
Oh, so you spaced out your watching on Hulu?
Yes, like as it was airing.
Like each
Oh,
week.
as it came out.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay, oh, okay, gotcha.
I see.
And I was really just disappointed when it ended, and I was wondering if you wanted to talk, or if you could talk a little bit about that show and your experience with it, and also just the comparison between working on that format of show in the United States versus Doctor Who. And Alex, too, you've worked on both sides of the pond, so.
Clever girl.
Wah, wah.
Banana, I'd be giving it to you. Yeah, you can have this bag, but.
It holds things and,
Yeah. So
Sign
working
it.
on Selfie was amazing. I loved it because I've always wanted to do comedy, and I got to play this vapid, awful, social media obsessed American Valley girl, which was cool. And I don't know, working with John Cho was amazing, but like the best thing about working in America compared to the UK is the craft service. Oh my God.
I said that this morning as well.
Yeah, I mean, bloody hell. There's like a feast, a banquet that you're allowed to eat for free.
You don't understand in England, especially in Cardiff on Doctor Who, it's the BBC. There is no craft service. All you get, if you're lucky, at around about, what is it, 3 o'clock? No,
Yeah.
or 4, something like that.
Yeah, 4.
This canteen person will come out sort of like this with their tray, just like a single tray, and they'll be just like crusty curled up sandwiches if you're
Yeah, that were
lucky.
made at lunchtime.
Or maybe a couple of sort of biscuits that have gotten soggy in the wet, dank rain, and that's it. And they think they're being generous by giving you this. In America, it's like, God. It's extraordinary. There's just like everything.
And then there's a person hired to literally just run the craft service.
Yes, I know. What a great job.
And then they ask you if there's anything you want in particular. And I'm just like, what? Really?
But then also, let me tell you about, you will know what I'm talking about here. Let me tell you about the trailers. Because in America, you know, you'll have a trailer, and the trailer is somewhere where you can go when, you know, they're taking ages lighting, or if you're required to film during the day, but you're not filming a particular scene, and that scene can take, if you're not in a scene, it can take 2-3 hours sometimes of waiting. And so you have a trailer, and the trailer, you know, there's a loo in it, there's like a sofa, a table, chairs, and it's clean and contemporary. Our trailers in Cardiff are old, like, camping caravans from the 1970s. They're mouldy, like mouldy old carpet. And my caravan, the lights wouldn't work. They had to run a lead and plug it into the engine of the car and have the car running to have my lights working. You know, it's just basics. So that's the difference.
So we basically learned that sets are managed by Charles Dickens over there.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
In Cardiff.
Like, here's your gruel from Crafty.
Come back. That's the thing. I mean, that speaks to the show and to the writing and to everything, because we'll come back for those soggy biscuits and curled-up sandwiches and 1970s camping caravans, just to be on Doctor Who.
That was an interesting insight, and we got there somehow. I think we are running down on time, and I don't see what that big sign says, but I'm assuming 5 more minutes? Okay, so we got time for probably another question.
Hi, I'm Toy. My question was, Matt Smith said earlier, he was talking about you guys playing pranks on each other during set. I was asking who is the funniest out of the group, including Matt and Arthur, and who's the more serious one?
I'm just remembering this one time. We'd been let loose in New York after filming for 9 months in Cardiff in the conditions that have just been described to you. And then they shipped us off to New York to sort of launch the show in America for the first time, and I just can't tell you how excited we were. We were like, oh my God, we're in the big city now. Running around, like going out every night. It was the best time ever. But then we had to be up early for press one morning, and it was like really late, and we should have been in our beds. And then everyone got really stressed, me, Matt, and Arthur. Well, no, Arthur got really stressed. And me and Matt were like, laughing.
You were still drunk.
Oh my God!
I was there. I was sitting in the press room waiting for them all. I'm the serious one. I'm like, twiddling my thumbs there. And she turns up. You look like a Chinese panda. I mean, she hadn't gone to bed. And her mascara was just like, had bled all down her face. And they were meeting the press. They were like, we were supposed to be the ambassadors of the BBC.
It was, oh my God. But that's what happens when you film for 9 months, and we worked unbelievably hard, so it just, just like a human instinct kicked in where we were just like, ah! It was like hilarious, but then Arthur got really angry at us because Matt had fallen in some bath water. It was still there from hours before. And then Arthur screams at us, why am I always dad? Honestly, it's the funniest thing ever.
I always get asked about Matt, Karen, and Arthur, and I say that's Doctor Who, the rock and roll years.
Oh, yeah. We weren't very rock and roll during filming, though. That's the thing. But that sounds kind of cool. So I'm going with it.
That's what happens when you start on gruel and then they let you loose in New York. Yeah. Okay. I
Start on gruel, finish on martinis.
Yes. The Hollywood story. Yeah. It's like, I guess another one over here. Yeah. No?
Hi.
Someone just asked for the bag.
You guys really want this bag?
Yeah, you can totally have the bag.
Sign it!
Sign it.
Oh, you're just shouting directions at them like, you didn't earn it. They had to earn their damn bananas.
Hey, I'll earn it!
No, you gotta make her work for it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, all right. So, in order to obtain this bag, you must lunge while doing an impression of Arthur Darville. And you have to say what I just said. Why am I always dead?
And lunch.
Why am I always dead?
Exclusive bag of holding. There you go. All right then. I don't know if you actually had a question, but you got a bag out of it. So,
I think that was the question.
no, was that the question? Can I have a bag? All right. Okay. Yeah. Over
Hi,
here.
I'm Hannah. I'm Sophie. And hey, you guys.